Good morning to the viewers of the tube. It's your boy, your buddy, your best friend, your big toe. It's T-Bone, aka Mr. Gigster. How we all doing on this fine Sunday morning? I'm out here shaking the rooster's tail. Well, not exactly. It's already 9 a.m. But, you know, not a whole lot of action. Super early in the morning. But we're out here on a mission, making a big day today. Hope everybody's doing well. Boy, I gotta tell you, between Uber Eats and DoorDash, Uber Eats has really been giving me some ridiculously low orders, like the equivalent of about $8 an hour. I mean, you're looking at $2 for a 23-minute ride. It's like, holy crap, man, are you serious? And I have to wonder, maybe you guys can tell me in the comments, is that, my DoorDash I've been keeping pristine. I believe my acceptance rate is up to like 85, and all my numbers are great, right? But Uber, I turn down a ton of orders. So I don't know if I'm getting bad orders because I don't accept enough order percentage wise. I think I'm down to about 37%. But I mean, I just can't afford to pick up $2 orders, man. I mean, in my market, if you can do 3 deliveries, and I'm talking separate deliveries, not stacks, but if you're doing 2 to 3 deliveries, that's all you're gonna get between the traffic. And I'm gonna turn that off the road so we're not looking at people's tags. I don't know all the rules, and I'm not a big editor, so, but believe me, the content will get better as we go, guys. But yeah, so I don't know if it's because of that acceptance rate that I'm getting pounded by Uber Eats, but I can't take those $2 orders. And I gotta ask you peeps too. Oh, first of all, let me get into this. I want to react to NUGGS's 10,000 a month goal for this. I wouldn't call it a challenge. I guess you'd say it's a goal, and whether or not YouTube is kind of something that should be counted on that. And personally, I'm in the camp of it really shouldn't be, and here's why. Look, first of all, we all love NUGGS, man. NUGGS, what's up, brother? You the man. All right, it's not a anti-NUGGS video by any stretch. I love the guy. I think he's freaking hilarious. Anyway, the thing is, man, the YouTube, the people that are doing gig work, they're thumbing through these videos. Hey, it's your audience, right? They watch you do these drop-offs and stuff. Okay, so when you put that 10,000 for the month of January, it just seems a little clickbaity to me. Oh, we get some rain coming in, great. It just seems a little clickbaity to me, and because truthfully, nobody else is going to be able to replicate that, because if you're making, 4,000 in a month off your YouTube channel, well, then you're really, that's based on work that had already been put in, self-admittedly by NUGGS over, I think, a couple of years, he said. I forget how many videos he said. He's got a private channel and all sorts of shit, so he's got a ton of uploads to, you know what I mean? So there's no way you, Mr. DoorDasher, watching this video is going to turn around and make 10 grand through your app jobs. You know what I'm saying? So more realistically, 6,000, yeah, 6,000 is doable. That's about 1,500 a week. You're going to bust your ass for that, but at least in my market, it's possible. But I do have to address market saturation as well. I mean, I live in what I usually like to call sunny Miami. I don't know why. Ever since I've started making videos, every day is cloudy, overcast, or raining. But what are you gonna do, right? But there's just no way to get over that amount, that amount without his YouTube efforts. And you know, hey, I applaud the guy for his age and everything. He's doing great. And shit, for my age, he's doing great. But, you know, again, that's based on a whole bunch of, it's almost bait and switch, because he's like, hey, look, I do this, I DoorDash, and I do that. And then on the flip side, it's like, hey, I'm making $10,000 this month. Well, you know, 4,000 of it was based on work that you put in over the course of many uploads, and I don't know the time frame, a year, 2 years, whatever, 3 years, you know, 6 months, I don't know what it is. But I just think that's a little clickbaity, and for someone to look at it and be like, oh man, maybe I could do 10 grand in a month. No, not gonna happen. I mean, I live in a real busy, what should be a real busy market, man. There's a lot of money here. And there's also, the population is just getting freaking ridiculous. They're building on every square inch. It's crazy, man. People are moving here left and right, because Florida is like, instead of Florida, I call it Freedoma, because we're about the freest state right now in the country. You know, we got a maverick and a governor and Mr. DeSantis, you know, and I'm not going to get political here, whatever you believe or don't believe about any of these things. You know, it is what it is, and Florida is going the route of, you know, live and let live. And whether you know, you agree with that or not, it is what it is. It's where I'm at, and that's how it's going. So, you know, there's plenty of people and plenty of population to be, you know, making a solid income. But what I've found lately is when I go into, say, a Chipotle, like my son's favorite meal is Chipotle, right? So I go and get him Chipotle once or twice a week, and I go in there and pick it up, right? And they recognize me as a Dasher, but you know, I also order online, so when I pick it up similarly to a Dasher. I go inside, and I mean, it's like the floor of the stock exchange in there. You got 10 freaking DoorDashers trying to pick up food. Some of them are rude as shit too. You know, they walk in and think they can just push to the front of the line, you know. But I'm amazed at the what do you call it? The demographic runs the gamut. I mean, I'm seeing 20-year-old chicks in there picking up, and I see 60-year-old old ladies picking up, and I've seen 60, 70-year-old man picking up, and I've seen people from other countries that don't even speak English bringing their kid with them to go ahead and, you know, help facilitate the pickup and delivery. I mean, everybody and their mother is dashing. It's just freaking amazing. You know, when I first started, like, I signed up for the apps, and I talked about doing this crap for months, man. I needed the money. My job still hasn't come back really from the pandemic. And, you know, I don't know why. Maybe I was being a dick, looking down on it or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll finally sign up. And it wasn't for the incentives, I probably wouldn't have even started. Then I got out here doing it and found that I really freaking like it. You know, I've been on the road now since 2008, and even before that, I've been self-employed since, you know, literally almost my whole life. It's not that I haven't had jobs, but I have always strived to be self-employed, and started that journey at 21, as well as, you know, I've had to take jobs along the way. Maybe my hustle wasn't going at that time or whatever, you know. But if there's a gap or whatever, I'm not above picking up a job, you know what I mean? I'm all about that work. But the thing is, you know, the amount of responsibility that comes with so many different things that you can do when you're working for yourself. You know, if anybody's seen my previous videos, I work as a process server for the courts, meaning I serve court documents to people, subpoenas, summons, court orders, you know, you name it. And let me tell you, the responsibility that comes with that low-paying freaking gig is ridiculous. They just tried to call me back to court 2 years after I served somebody. And my first reaction is like, I do not make enough money for this type of responsibility. You know, and granted, I don't mind responsibility. Don't get me wrong. I usually seek it out. I usually put myself in the highest responsibility position that I can, because typically that would earn you more money and yada yada, you know. But in that business, I mean, it's just getting ridiculous with the you know, people, everybody and their mother has a surveillance camera or a Ring doorbell. It's just making that job so much harder. And the fact that this job, I know at least every time I'm going to deliver. You know, some of these court papers, we have to go to them between 5 and 8 times. And if the people don't open the door at that point, we get paid for that. But, you know, even if I make 3x what I might make on a nice delivery with DoorDash, there's no guarantee that I'm dropping that off, right? So I'm going to be stuck freaking going back over and over. I might have to go back 8 times, and some of these things could be as far as 10 miles from my house each direction. And granted, the difference is with that type of work, you can put your work into a route and maximize your gas. And you know, the one thing I have noticed about Uber and DoorDash, they don't care so much about your mileage, man. They will stretch you out. You'll pick up at a McDonald's, pass 4 McDonald's on the way to delivering the order, which is freaking crazy. Definitely a snag in the algorithm there, because I don't order off of Uber Eats, so I don't really know the protocol. I think they advertise certain things and people get sucked into it and they pick it, but instead of like picking the location near their house, they pick the one that's advertising. So if the advertisement comes from the store that's next to your house, we got an order right now, $7.61 for 10 minutes. Dunkin' Donuts. Let's go and pick that up. We're going to get that one.